Hello children, so I'm back with a new video. That is the next page of the lesson, Arthur and the Sword. So in the previous video we have just seen that some other fellow has brought up Arthur here, but he belongs to a royal family and the son of a king of England. Because of their conspiracy and because of their cunningness, this boy was being kidnapped, and then the other fellow just brought up this fellow, and he thinks that Sir Kay is his older brother. So and then later, as he one of that is Archbishop who just organized a tournament to find out who's a king, and they have found a kind of strange marble in the churchyard, and they have decided to find out the real king of the England by holding up a tournament where the sword has to be taken out from a stuck on marble. So the fellow who will be just taking out the sword, so he will be considered as the next king of the England. So this was all about the competition, and for that Sir Ector and his older, that is elder son, have also come for the competition. So and then Sir K, he just informed that his younger brother, that adopted brother, that he has left his sword in the castle where they have spent their previous night, and he was informed to go and bring back. As to keep on the words of his brother, he just went on to the castle, and there he just remembered and just got recalled that he has seen the sword in the churchyard. So now what did he do? So let's see for the further of the lesson. So he rode, it's nothing but the past tense word of a word, ride, into the deserted churchyard where the stone with the sword stood unguarded. So he just rushed towards the churchyard, and the sword which stood unguarded. You remember the security was arranged for the sword which was stuck in the midst of the marble over there, that is the stone, so which has left unguarded. So the soldiers have gone somewhere. Where they have gone, the guards and the soldiers, they have went for the tournament. The guarding knights were away at the tournament, so they are in the tournament. Going up to the stone, young Arthur took the great glistening sword by the handle, and the lightning and the deftly he drew it out of the stone. So what he has done is, he just went near the sword, and he very skillfully, deftly, nothing but skillful, with skill, very skillfully, he just took over the handle of the sword, and very lightly he just drew out the stone now. So do remember the like an appreciation, what they would be done, they would make the fellow uh, as a king of England, whoever removes the sword from the stone. So here is a fellow, that is our little Arthur. He just took over the armor, that is a sword out of the stone. He rode back fast and delivered the sword to Sir Kay. But as soon as Sir Kay saw it, he knew well it was the sword from the stone. He rode swiftly to his father. So Arthur was very innocent boy, and he was not aware of the conditions which was put over. And now, very genuinely and very abundantly and very obediently, he just gave the sword to his brother, that is Sir Kay. But soon as Sir Kay saw it, he very well knew that it was the sword which has kept for the tournament, and he very swiftly, in the sense very soon, he just went to his father and showed the sword. So what kind of a sword it is? It is a special sword where it was written with the golden words, as of whoever removes the the sword from the stone, they will be made as a king of all men. So, and then what happened next? So, cried, cried Sir K, and then later his voice trembling, surely I and none other am chosen to be the King of England, since in my hand I bear the sword of the stone. So after that, Sir Ector, he was very confident and he was so happy that the sword was into his hands and nobody can stop him to become king of the England. Though it is in my hand, the sword is in my hand, then I am the king. The voice of Kay was trembling this, and but he said all these things to his father. On seeing the sword his son carried, Sir Ector turned to him and asked, "Tell me, did you pluck it from the stone?" So he had a doubt who has just plucked it. So Sir K was asked by Sir Ector. So what did he say? Did K said the truth to his father or not? Let's see. Sir K's face fell, but he answered stoutly that no, I did not pluck it from the stone. My brother Arthur, who went back to fetch what I had forgotten, brought me the sword. Yes, he told the truth itself to his father that I did not pluck up. Little brother, that is Arthur, who just went back in search of my sword, has plucked on this sword, and the sword which has sent for him that I had forgotten. But fortunately, Arthur has come with the sword which has kept for the tournament. So, and what happens next? Will the reality will be known by everybody? So let's see. So do remember, children, Arthur has just plucked up the sword from the stone. So, as a rule of the tournament, whoever just take out the sword from the stone, they will be declared as a king, isn't it? So let's see what did the fellow men do to Arthur, and did Kay and Sir Ector they really make Arthur to be a king or not? So let's see. Then Sir Ector turned to Arthur. Tell me, did you pluck the sword from the stone? So the boy confessed. Yes, he agreed. Confessed, it's nothing but to speak up the truth and to agree. Having found all the doors in the castle locked, he had hurried to church yard and plucked the sword from the stone, and that rested there. So he just said that the castle where we were staying last night, all the doors were shut, but the sword of Sir Kay was inside, and there was nobody to open up the door. But I did remember, and I just recalled myself that a sword which I had seen in the churchyard. So I came very fast to the churchyard and just plucked over the sword there, which was rested in the middle of the stone. So he just confessed everything what has happened and who bought it. Then Sir Ector became very thoughtful. See, his cunning nature is just coming now. He made them turn about and right back to the churchyard that lay some distance behind them. There, young Arthur replaced the sword in the stone. So he made Arthur to just replace the sword inside the stone itself. However, it was there before. Do you think is it a right thing that Sir Ector has done? Absolutely not. So he has a kind of full of greediness that his son should win the tournament. So let's see what did Sir Ector do. My son, draw out the sword, said Sir Ector to Sir Kay. And Sir Kay tried once and twice, his muscles cracking and his face aflame. But he could not withdraw the sword. So, as of the sword was replaced by Arthur over there in the same place which was there before, and Sir Ector very confidently said that Sir Kay will be trying out to take up the sword from the middle of the stone over there. But Sir Kay just tried and tried and tried, but the sword did not come up. Only his muscles were just cracking out, and his face was turning blue and hot, red and hot, because of the pain, and he could not withdraw the sword. So finally, he himself also cannot withdraw the sword over there. So what happens next? Sir Ector is a very cunning man and a very greedyful man. So and then, however, when Arthur laid his hands upon the swords, it slid from the stone as a sunbeam across a wall. And when he had replaced it, it stuck as fast as before. So, as what we have to understand here is the good deed always gives you the right form of results itself. So, as a result, Sir Kay did not remove, and he could not remove the sword from the middle of the stone, though it was replaced by Arthur, but very fastly it has stuck as it before, and it was seen across the wall. And when Arthur had replaced the sword over there, it has struck very fast as it was before. Then Sir Ector said to the boy, "You were entrusted to me while yet a baby, but your parentage was not made known to me. Now I begin to think that you are a higher destiny that I thought. Let us travel to the Archbishop and tell him of these events." So, what did Sir Ector do is he just told all the truth to the little boy, that is Arthur, that he was being given up by somebody else while he was a baby. He was being adopted by him, but his parentage, it's nothing but his background, and his own parents are not the fellow who I am now. You have something else, the story, and you have a very royal and a very technical and a very skillful things where nobody can remove up the sword like this. So he just doubted that he belongs to a royal family. Merlin had also not given a right form of information to Sir Ector also. So now Ector decided to travel to Archbishop to tell him all these events. So what has happened? It has to be shared, isn't it? So that's the reason they just went to Archbishop. So what did Archbishop say? So that we have to check out in the next paragraph of our lesson. So it goes like this. Then they went to the archbishop and told him that the sword had found its master. The archbishop appointed a day for a trial to be made in the sight of all the people. On that day, the prince and the knights came together, and each tried drawn out the sword as before. But as before, none could go, none could do so, and so much as stir it. They came Arthur and then pulled it up easily from its place. So what happened next is the date which was being announced for the tournament, that is the 12th day, has appeared, and Archbishop has just organized all the things, and the sword which was found of its master, and he just announced that the sword has found his master, and the trial of the tournament has begun one by one according to their counts. They came and they just tried out, and at last there came the Arthur, and then he just pulled up with skillful nature, and the sword came up very easily from its place. The knight and the prince were terribly angry that a mere boy, and from nowhere in particular, had beaten them, and they refused to acknowledge him king. They appointed another day for another trial. 3 times they did this. Every time the same thing has happened. So all the knights and all the local fellowmen were very disappointed that their own boys, they could not perform so well as Arthur. So something is wrong. So let us make up a re-competition and the re-tournament so that our own boys can win. But however or how much time they are just re-tournamenting the thing what was happened during the first time, the same thing was repeated. Nobody could not lift up the sword except Arthur. So the same thing was happening. And was the knights were really angry? Yes, of course, they were very very angry and very disappointed too. So at last, at the feast of the Pentecost, Arthur again pulled out the sword before all the knights and the common people. Then the people rose crying with one voice. So finally, he just took over the sword. That is a feast of Pentecost. So what is it? It is a seventh Sunday of the Easter, observed as the church festival. So during the festival time itself, he has pulled out the sword in front of everybody, that is knights and the common people. Then the people arose. People rose, it's nothing but raise. It's a past tense of raise. So crying with one voice that Arthur shall be our king, has not the sword, and therefore the voice of God revealed him to us. So they knelt before him, offering their loyalty, that he shall be a king of England. And now our king is back, and our king will be just helping out, and he just became a king of England. And then he just got a legion. So what is it? It's nothing but who has supported and be loyal to his subjects, and especially towards the leaders, and followed up his father. Finally, the land of England found its lord, that is Arthur and the sword. Yes, where there is a loyalty and where is the hard effort, there might be a good results too, and a positive results. So whatever you do, wherever you do, we have to do only the good deeds. Have faith in yourself and go on hard working. The success will be in your hands. So this is up to the lesson at the Archer and the sword. Hope you all enjoyed. So I'll be meeting you up in the next video. Till then, please do revise the lesson what we have discussed today, and let me catch you up all in my next video. Till then, happy learning, children.